since when I started in 1999, it has evolved and changed dramatically. It's the modernity of the place.
Good morning, John.
Good morning, Didi.
Thank you very much for joining us for the 100 Voice of the Future. It's a pleasure to have you.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So my first question is, you have been deeply involved with the China-UK trade and cross-cultural engagement over many decades. What drew you in the first place? And also, what has kept you committed for such a long time?
Well, it all started in 1999. I was CEO of a UK company called Sanderson that was in fabrics and wallpapers, and we bought historically a lot of our silks from China, and we had quite a deep trading relationship with Japan, Korea, Singapore, Australasia, but nothing in China. And the opportunity came to open up in China. So in 1999, I flew out and we set up a manufacturing joint venture in Shanghai. So we had showrooms and we manufactured our fabrics, and we also manufactured soft furnishings, and we had shop-in-shops, retail outlets. So that was my first baptism of China. I like going out east, put it like that. So this was a good first step. And then I think you'll probably see part of my background is sorting out messes, and I'd sorted out SARS. But then I was, in inverted commas, known as somebody who has a knowledge of China. And then because of that, I led some investment groups to buy some businesses in China, one of which made soy sauce in Shandong province in Weifang. And also, because of my interest in China, I joined the board of CBBC, China Britain Business Council, and also became chair of VSO, Voluntary Service Overseas for China. And the significance of being part of VSO for China was that, you know, if you're a businessman, what happens? You get on a plane, you arrive somewhere, you go to a fancy hotel, have a meeting, you don't really see the country at all. But by virtue of being involved with VSO, I traveled around China and I understood, I saw a different part of China. I saw the kind of the people of China, the cultural beauty of China. And therefore, from my point of view, yes, I was a businessman, but I was also trying to understand the country within which I was working. And then from there, I continued on my kind of China journey, to the extent I've been involved in a number of companies. And then more latterly, just during the start of COVID, started up a new business in China, China UK Business Development Centre, which we have now 14 offices in China, all about promoting UK-China trade. Wow. So as a result of that, I come and go to China as much as possible. Because coming back to the reason, why am I involved with China? Well, you would know more than most that China, since when I started in 1999, it has evolved and changed dramatically. Yes. And I think one of the areas that really kind of gives a buzz is whenever you go to China, there's something else going on, whether it be EVs or whether it be alternative energies or whether it be the greening, you know, it's the modernity of the place. So there's an excitement, there's a passion, it's driving forward. So it's all those ingredients been put together. That's why I like going to China.
You just said that you are a man that saw our messes. And in your opinion, when you look at the UK-China collaboration today, what do you think things are not working, and what needs to change?
Right, I wouldn't use the phrase "not working." I think areas to improve. I think is probably what
yes,
I'd
that's
say.
a good. Yeah.
I would say, let's say from a British side specifically, in our schools we don't teach very much to our pupils about China. Whether it be kind of the geography, the cities, the peoples themselves, or indeed if you follow languages, Chinese is not a common language taught in schools. So again, there's a complete kind of strata of society that has no awareness of China. That's one. Secondly, when people learn about other countries, one of the kind of key ways to do so is to be a tourist. But tourism to China, I think for last year, there was something like 600,000 British people went from UK to China. That's not very many, especially when you think of all the provinces and all the cities.
Yeah.
Therefore, our knowledge, the UK knowledge of China is minuscule. Therefore, that's difficult to convince people to go and do business because it's on the other side of the world. It's 12 hours plus away by plane. It's a different language, it's a different culture. And when you think you've got Europe on your back door, or America in terms of a kind of common language, these are all kind of barriers. But luckily this year in February, the visas have been withdrawn, so you don't have to have that visa. You've got 30 days to get to China. But so I think from a UK point of view, it's a hurdle of getting British people to understand that the opportunities and what the country's like is something they should go and explore.
Yes.
So put that together. And of course, when you meet Chinese people, their knowledge of UK is significantly greater. And of course, they speak English.
Yes.
Well, they speak English very well, and it's part of the curriculum at schools. But they, in the past, have not been used to going global because they've got a complete kind of global environment within their own country. So now they are going global, and it's how they can learn to become more international in their approach and not be kind of focused on the province or the district or whatever it might be. So we've got barriers on either side. So it's how do you build bridges between cultures, and how do you inform people about other countries so that there aren't barriers, there are opportunities, there are bridges for success.